So, in some of the bigger NFL news that has come out in the last week-ish, is that Aaron Rodgers has returned to practice, and we've seen stuff in the background for the last couple weeks of him maybe just tossing the football on the sideline with somebody walking around, all that stuff that you wouldn't normally see from somebody who tore his Achilles just, I believe, what would it even be now, like 10 weeks, 11 weeks ago? Like, it's not something you would normally see, especially this quick. And all of a sudden, he's back to practice. And he's potentially going to be playing in as soon as 3 weeks, is what I think is being said right now, which is ridiculous. Like, considering examples we have seen across other sports and in this one, it's crazy how fast Rodgers has come back. And I mean, this could be huge for the Jets. I don't have their record in front of me currently, but
Not good.
obviously not
Not
good.
good.
But I wonder what the impact of Aaron Rodgers coming back could have on this team, even if he's playing with
It's
one
a
leg.
Aaron Rodgers is one of the stupidest people I know on this planet. So I and I'm not just saying that. So I am I if this is a big if this Achilles recovery that he's made is like totally up to par and is like a I guess I mean he's gotten activated off IR, so I guess it is like approved by the doctors and everything. Like he's actually good to go. Props to him. That is
Yeah.
impressive as all hell. That is so impressive. As the biggest Aaron Rodgers hater that I know, props to him. Like genuinely impressive. That's amazing that he's come back from that. But as Aaron Rodgers, you just got your Achilles blown at 5 snaps into your Jets debut. Um, you obviously want to have at least one shot with a fully healthy Jets team to try and
Yeah.
make the playoffs and make some noise because with how good this defense has been, that's a real possibility when you get a very talented quarterback like Rodgers back there. But the Jets are terrible.
They're
They've
4 and
been
7 in
terrible
a
this
very good
whole.
division.
They're 4-7 in a very good division, and this AFC wild card race is stacked.
Well, like even look at it
Like
like
you're
this, right? Let's look at it like this. Let's say best possible scenario. If we want to quickly take a look at what the Jets next couple of games, next 3 weeks, right? Without A-Rod, next 3 weeks without A-Rod, right? You have the Texans, the Dolphins, and the Commanders. Let's
yeah.
let's be nice here, okay?
A-Rod would be back for. Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
The Commanders would be the game that A-Rod is back for.
Okay. Well, let's be nice here. They'll lose to the Dolphins. Do you think they have a chance against the Texans?
Absolutely not. They're going to
Okay.
get crushed.
So that is 2 losses. That's
the-
2 losses, right? I'm not arguing with you. I'm just asking because I want to make
Yeah.
sure we're on the same page. That would mean the Jets' record is 4-9. Let's say A-Rod does come back, and A-Rod comes back. He's got the Achilles of a god. Can now throw the football 1,000 yards and is the Jesus Christ of football. And they finish the record. They finished with a record of 8-9 and missed the playoffs.
And consider this
Terrific.
because the other game that they had even before those 2 games is a game against the Falcons this upcoming Sunday. Like I don't give them any more of a chance against the Falcons than I do against.
No, I just missed that.
So it's even worse than you just outlined. It's
Yeah,
4-10.
It's 4-10. There you
So
go.
like what's Aaron Rodgers coming back to? This is a team that is currently second last in the conference, and you have so many teams that are vying for Steelers 7-4,
And just to
7-4,
emphasize the
Colts
fact,
6-5,
congrats,
Texans 6-5.
A-Rod. Congrats, A-Rod. Honestly, congrats. You came back from what is a career-ending injury in not only this sport, but a lot of other ones. A prime-ending injury. This is an injury that is killer. Let's say he goes out there and he's not 100% and his leg snaps again. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
He's done.
No, he's actually
He's not
done.
coming back.
You are not going to be able to walk. Like, that is...
Exactly.
Like, that is the risk A-Rod is taking right now. And he's taking that risk on a 4-7 team. Like, I think you have to just wait for next year at this point. Like, sure, I understand earlier in the year when there was like the thought of this Jets team is good. They have a good core. like the idea of them going to the playoffs wasn't solely on the fact that their quarterback was Aaron Rodgers. It was around the fact that sure, their quarterback was A-Rod, but they also had a great young core with a lot of great veterans as well. They had a terrific D-line with a great defense. All of these things were making all of us say that the Jets were going to be good, right? So when A-Rod went down, all of us were like, maybe Zach Wilson, under the tutelage of Aaron Rodgers, can pull something out of his ass and have them set up for when Aaron Rodgers is ready to go, right? He has not done that.
Yep.
They are 4-7. That went out the window weeks ago.
And Zach Wilson is banished to like Siberia now. He's not even the backup anymore. He's the third string quarterback behind Trevor Siemian.
Why would you risk a guy? And they signed A-Rod to a multiple year deal. Like this is not his last season. All things that's an assumption, but this isn't his last year, right? Why would you come back? You have nothing to prove. I actually think he's coming back out of stubbornness. As somebody who's stubborn, I am stubborn as hell. I can tell you that for free. I can understand the thing that I can imagine what's going through his brain. All these people doubting me. All these people thinking I can't do it. Fuck you. I'm gonna come back, even if it's stupid, just to prove I could. Right? But it's just why? It's just dumb. You're really risking.
It doesn't make any sense.
You are risking. You're not gonna do anything this year. You're risking next year at this point. It's just why?
Yeah. To put it in perspective, to just really drill into how stupid it would be to try and do anything with this Jets team, because like you said, they're probably going to be 4-10. But even with that,
he would be coming back for 2 games.
Yeah, it would be the last 3 games of the season. He's not doing anything. Yeah, Commanders, Browns, Patriots.
Sorry.
It's not worth it. The other thing is that we're talking potentially about the Bills not making the playoffs. The Bills' playoff chances are rough. If the Bills' playoff chances are rough right now, they are 1, 2, 3 spots back. They are 6-6, and there is currently 2 teams. The Colts have that last wild card spot, and then the Texans and Broncos are also ahead of them before you get to the Bills. If a team like the Bills is the 6th, no, they're not the 6th seed. What is that? 8, 9. The Bills are the 10th seed in the AFC right now. If a team like the Bills are the 10th seed in the AFC, you don't have any chance in that competition. And I think you've outlined it perfectly. There's no point in risking your next season, because I think the Jets, as soon as you hit, as soon as you started losing, they had a 4-game stretch. They lost. They were in primetime a bunch, and they lost I think it was Chargers, Raiders, Dolphins, and I think Bills as well. 3 out of those 4 games were in a primetime slot. As soon as you crack the bed in that schedule, you have to pack it in and say, see you next season. What I honestly think, so the thing to know about the news this week is that what they did is they opened the practice window. So that means he has 3 weeks to come back. And if he isn't ready to play by the end of those 3 weeks, so that's the Commanders game. If he's not playing in that Commanders game, they shelve him for the rest of the season, and they still have that option. And I would not be surprised if they just put him on IR for the rest of the season after this practice window is open, because anything else is just completely absurd and stupid. I don't imagine even if A-Rod
sales at that point.
Yeah. Even if A-Rod is so stubborn, like you said, that he is gonna still try to do it, I don't think the Jets GM will let him.
No, you'd have.
There's no way that happens.
You'd have to.
They're gonna have to hold him back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There has to be someone in that room who can go, buddy. You don't need to. Nobody here is there's nothing.
Get Pat McAfee to talk some sense into him. He's on his little show every couple hours or whatever. With it seems like so. Yeah. Get Pat McAfee to talk some sense into you. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's impressive the return, but it's a little bit
It's an
ill-advised
impressively
and
pointless
stupid
return.
considering. Yeah.
Like
And it's too bad because if the Jets had pulled out some wins, like because they were riding, because people forget they were riding pretty high. They're the only team to beat the Eagles, the best team in the NFL, got beat by the Jets. So like they had potential, and then these last four games: Chargers on Sunday night, Raiders on Sunday night, Black Friday game against the Dolphins. Like just losing all of those games in big spot, you're out of it. So it may have had a point before this last 4 weeks, but now it's just completely
no, it's been bad.
race this tight. Where I think there are Joe Burrow's injury makes this a little bit tougher, but I think before Joe Burrow's injury, I would be thinking there were potentially like 4 or 5 teams that would miss the playoffs that I would think like deserve to be in.